you guys. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you all about how to find the best fall makeup and the best holiday makeup. Now, you may be wondering, why do we have to talk about both today? Well, the answer is simple. I am going to be sharing with you guys my choices for my October, November, and December capsule. Capsule? Wow. Capsule collection. If you guys don't know, I am doing a series here on my channel where I'm going to talk all about how to curate a makeup capsule. If you know anything about fashion and fashion capsule wardrobes, the principle is pretty simple. Essentially, what you will do to have a capsule wardrobe is you will invest in a few very classic pieces that you can get a lot of use out of, and on top of that you can mix together with each other to create many looks. So I've already done a video on one capsule. It was basically talking all about kind of my September capsule, which is basically, we'll call it the foundation of my capsule. Take a shot every time I say capsule. But today we're gonna talk about things that I would throw in for the holiday and kind of fall season. And this is all the makeup that I will be using between October and December. So in January 2020, I will start using new makeup, but otherwise this is all that I'm working with. So capsule makeup collections. I'm not gonna get into a whole lot of what they are and kind of reintroducing the concept. You're gonna have to check out my video that I will link down below about it. But I will answer a few quick questions I got about the capsule and about my no-buy in general. The first question that I get the most about all of this is, what is a capsule? How is it different from panning? How is it different from Shop Your Stash? I mean, the answer is pretty basic. It's a combination of all the things or none of the things. It really depends on what you want to do. For me, the goal is to take my massive makeup collection. You guys know how big it is. It's not as big as, I guess, most beauty gurus, and somehow that gives me solace, but it's pretty big. It's unreasonably large for one person, that's for sure. So the idea was for me to curate it down into a smaller collection and use that stuff up and see how many looks I can get out of it. For someone like me, my love for makeup doesn't come so much from product and buying product. It comes from enjoying creating different looks, much like someone's wardrobe, you know? If you enjoy getting dressed, you probably enjoy putting different skirts with different tops and different jackets with different pants. And I like to pair different eyeshadow combos with different lipsticks and different types of eyeshadow looks with different types of seasons and different kinds of events. So this was an opportunity for me to kind of stretch my creative legs, really see how far I could take a small amount of makeup. And then also in the process, I would figure out what products I am obviously drawn to and which ones I never pull for. Through the process of my 2019 no-buy, I've learned there is a small amount of products that I actually give a shit about, and through that discovery, it's going to make it so much easier for me moving forward to resist buying things that I'm not going to use. One of the beginning and kind of flagship steps, if you will, in this no-buy was purging my existing collection. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to keep things, have things, own things that I'm just going to give away, donate, or throw in the trash. It's such a waste of money. So that is essentially what my goal with the capsule is. Yes, you can absolutely make this a project panning kind of thing, but for me, I'm not gonna use something up anymore just to use it up. Like, obviously, if I happen to use things up, that's great, but I also am not trying to punish myself either. I only want to use the things I love. That is the relationship I want to develop with my makeup, the things I love and nothing else. So you can pan, you can shop your stash and change it as often as you want, but for me to kind of get the full vibe of what I'm going for, I wanted to have long stretches of periods where I was only using the same makeup products over and over. Another question I get a lot is like, if I run out of something, will I repurchase it? Yeah, if it's something I like to use. If I have something just like it and I'm not particular about it, then I will absolutely just pull something from my stash that, could do the same job. Otherwise, I'm gonna replace it. Like, I just replaced my concealer the other day because I was out. I'm not gonna use a concealer I hate just to, punish myself for buying the concealer. That's just my attitude towards this situation. I just wanted to give you guys kind of a framework for why I'm gonna recommend the things that I recommend, and I want you to keep in mind that as I recommend this stuff to you, I am not suggesting you go purchase these exact things. I'm trying to give you an idea of items and items to look for, or items to look at in your existing makeup toolkit. I'm trying to get out of saying collection. Tools? Your arsenal? I don't know. Just kind of things to look out for in your existing makeup stash, if you will, and try to re-fall in love with it and reuse it instead of thinking that buying new makeup is the only way to have fun with makeup during the fall and during the holidays. So if you guys want, I can do another video all about my no-buy. I'll probably do it in the end of the year, like kind of wrap all this up, and I can answer any questions you have. But once again, if you do have any questions, leave them down below and I will try to get to them. So let's get into the thing that a lot of you are probably here about, what I think the best holiday and fall makeup products are. So I'm gonna start off with one particular type of product that screams fall, mostly holiday. It screams holiday to me more, but also fall a little bit, and that is glitter. Here I have an assortment of the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liners, as well as the Pixie Fairy Light Glitter Eyeshadows. I'm not really sure what they call these. I prefer this type of glitter over anything else. Like, I will mess with a loose glitter every once in a while, but these to me are so easy and can instantly transform any look that you're creating to something very festive, very party time. Typically, I would say you would be just fine having a silver and a gold. Anything of a traditional metallic tone, copper, gold, silver, gosh, I'm tongue-tied today. Rose gold, anything in that family. You could pair this with an existing smoky eye. You could put this just in the inner corner for some sparkle. You could put it all over the lid to really bring some sort of holiday smoky look to the next level. You could use this as an actual eyeliner and just do a simple glitter liner with it. They're so easy to use. There is no fallout. It is hands down one of the better products on the market as far as I'm concerned, because like I just said, they truly can transform any look you put them on. So like this one, for example, is called Distortion. It has this really cool kind of blue, pink, green shift to it, and it picks up the color of anything you put this on top of. So if I put this on top of a purple eyeshadow, it's gonna look a little more purple. On top of blue, more blue. And once again, you get that really fun sparkle effect. And products like these take your existing collection and kind of give them a boost. Like I said, anything that can do something like that, to me, are good investments. I know some people get triggered when I use that word, but purchases, it all means the same in this particular context. Like, I understand we are not investing in makeup, but anyway, these are good purchases because, like I said, you can use these all year round, but I will tell you they get the most use out of me during the holidays. Same thing with the Pixie Fairy Lights. These are pretty reasonably priced. I want to say they're about $12. It's not the cheapest in the world, but once again, I use them all the time. I actually think these are intended to be more of a dupe to the Stila Glitter Glows. I hate the Stila Glitter and Glow. I love these. These work so much better. I definitely pull for this one right here called Passion Light a lot. I probably could have put it on top of my eyeshadow today. It's just a really beautiful burgundy glittery shade, and once again, I could take a look like I have on today, this kind of red smoky eye, pop this all over my lid on top of the existing eyeshadow, and it looks like I've created a totally different look. So like I said, things that can kind of transform your existing products into something a little different are a great way to spend money in your makeup. But yeah, glitter of any kind I think is a really cool thing to start playing with a little bit more during the holiday time and also during fall. If you don't have anything like this and you're on the market for a glitter, like I said, grab a silver, grab a gold, and you will be good to go. Similar products, but not identical. Still something I really love. These are the Urban Decay Moon Dust eyeshadows. They have a very similar effect. I don't tend to use these on their own. They once again just go on top of my existing eyeshadow. So if I wanted to have like a black smoky eye, I could literally take some eyeshadow out of this and put this on top of that black smoky eye, and it would turn into more of a silver gunmetal one with literally just one simple swipe of this gorgeous eyeshadow. The other one I have in my capsule collection for the holidays is this one called Zodiac, because it's like a gorgeous emerald green. I don't wear a lot of green, but like I said, I want to try to play with color, play with texture, play with different looks. That is my goal here, to get more adventurous. And if I find that I really never want to be adventurous with greens, I know that I should never buy a green eyeshadow again. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about are eyeshadows themselves. Now, for my capsule collection, my everyday basic staples, I am going to keep the ones that I mentioned in my September video. Basically, my go-to neutral palettes, which are the Kristen Dominique Latte palette and the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. This thing is beat up. Like, I'm gonna kill it pretty soon. I've hit pan on most of the shades I'm obviously gonna get the most use out of. But essentially what I would suggest is bear in mind that if you already have a good collection of neutrals, which at this point I'm willing to bet most of us do, don't go out into the world looking for fall and holiday color palettes and color stories that are too heavy in neutrals if you already have them. If you want to know more about what I'm talking about, check my video where I talk about 5 more things you probably have enough of. I discuss something called the pointless pop. It's a way that brands will throw in like 2 little splashes of color and a 15-pan eyeshadow palette to convince you it's something new. But in reality, it's just a neutral palette that you already have with maybe 2 extra shades that you don't, but ostensibly probably do anyway. So these are my neutral palettes. Now, I know I have a nice collection of neutrals in here, so once again, even if I was shopping for makeup, which I am not, I wouldn't go out there looking for anything even remotely neutral because I've got that covered. What I would be looking for is eyeshadow palettes that have either something really sparkly, really glittery, really fun, or something that really called to me in that fall or holiday color story. And when I think of fall, I think of burgundies, oranges, kind of like feeling like an olive green fantasy as well, or anything sparkly. So the 2 palettes I have chosen to add to the capsule, and once again, these are the only eyeshadow palettes or eyeshadow colors I'm going to use until January 1st, is the Desi and Katie Friendcation palette. I've had this thing for about a year, and I've just tried to start getting into it and getting more use out of it. I chose this one because of these glitter shades in it. Like, it does have some neutrals in here, obviously, but I do feel like I could create some really cool looks with these glitters. I have done a really cool blue look with this one right here. It was in a video called Anatomy of a Social Media Train Wreck. So I know I love this formula. I know I love that blue look. And if I wanted to create it again, I would have access to that palette in my capsule. So this one, once again, like I said, it's good because it has something that these existing neutral palettes do not. And as I just said, when I talked about glitter, sparkle, anything along those lines are what really gets me gassed up for holiday and fall makeup time. So that's why this one's in here. I know this was limited edition, but I do continue to see this at Ulta almost every time I go. Now, if you want and you don't wear a lot of glitter and you're not the type of person who's gonna take the time, you don't need something like this and something like this. I'm a YouTuber, I do makeup on camera all the time. I kind of have to play with it a little bit more. It's a part of my life in a way that it probably isn't for like the regular, I hate when I say regular or average girl because y'all are anything but regular and average, but you know what I mean. This is my job. So I play with it more than most people, but if that is not what you're doing, that's not your gig, don't go buy a whole bunch of stuff that you're not gonna use. Once again, that is the benefit of the capsule. We're getting a good idea of what we're pulling for regularly, and we're focusing on that and not getting distracted by all the marketing and stuff that's constantly being thrown at us and basically wasting our money. I mean, I've done it for years. I'm just trying to teach you guys what I've learned. So the next thing that is going into the capsule and the next type of palette I recommend if you're looking for any is something like this. This is the Morphe 35M palette. I do not have a code or anything like that, and I'm trying to keep Morphe in my rotation because I feel like so many people have it, and if they want to play along at home, this is a good way that they can do so. This particular palette I thought would be really good to go in the capsule, or something I would recommend for people who are trying to, you know, beef up their fall makeup game. This is ideal, and the reason why is you have a nice collection of, once again, these olivey kind of mustard shades. You got a pop some copper and some neutrals. You have lots of rich cranberries. There's some purples, there's oranges. Like, I feel like in conjunction with a neutral palette, something like the Kristen Dominique Latte one, between these 2 palettes, and hold on, let me pull it out for demonstrative purposes. Between these 2 palettes, I could create so many looks. And then you throw in some glitter in here as well, like some of those glitter liners. There's an infinite amount of looks you can create here. There'd be absolutely no need to go and repurchase any new makeup for me to have fun with the fall makeup trends and the fall makeup looks. This one, I do believe, was limited edition as well. I could be wrong, but once again, I'm not telling you these products so you go buy these exact things. I'm just trying to give you a blueprint for things to keep an eye out for, or give you a new lens by which to see your own existing collection through. So if you got something with lots of greens and mustards and golds and burgundies, pull it out, like have some fun with the fall trends and see if you can get as many looks out of it as I think I'm about to, because it's kind of like a little game I like to play, honestly. Like, I used all of this stuff in the capsule on my face today. So the next aspect of fall makeup that I think people get really excited about is lip color. During the fall, people tend to kind of want to gravitate towards those deeper berries or deep, dark blood shades. Like, dark lipstick in general is such a mood, and I'm here for it always. Now, obviously, there is going to be a classic red in my capsule collection, always and forever. But to add into the fall and holiday capsule collection, I do think I will be pulling for these 3 colors. Here I have Jeffree Star Unicorn Blood. I know people get really up in their feelings about Jeffree Star products, but I own it and I'm going to use it. I'm sorry if you're offended. Don't make any assumptions about my stance on this. I've just already spent the money. Also, I have Anastasia Beverly Hills Vamp, and I also have Morphe Bloodshot, which I initially didn't like very much because I love Morphe Hot Shot, and I thought this one was a little bit patchy. But at the end of the day, most dark toned liquid lipsticks are just a little patchy. I can learn to roll with it. So I will definitely be rotating deep burgundy or like dried blood colors. I don't know. I just love a bold lip in general. And in the fall time, I feel like I can really like sow some wild oats and bust out really fun dark lips all the time. Like I said, the red's not going anywhere, but these are the 3 you will see me using the most. As far as nudes, I don't feel like I change up my nude lip game very much. Like, the combo I have on today is one of my favorite. It's Kylie Coco K. I have this because me and my daughter bought it. We were trying to be cute. It's not necessarily, I own it. You know what I mean? Like, some of the stuff I just own. Not necessarily a big fan of Kylie or the brand, but this is fine. And then there's a buxom lip gloss called Claire. I wear it all the time. It's the one I'm wearing now. And then my nude lip liner that's staying in the capsule that was in it last time is Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. I don't really get too adventurous with nude lips. I don't really see a point in it, but there's just gonna be like different pigments and things like that. Mostly what I've added to the capsule this time, and what I recommend you guys keep your eyes out for, like I said, pigments, glitter, bold lips, and those fall colors. If you have things like this already, you just do not need to go reinvest in them. Again, I'm sure you have a lot of fun stuff to play with for the fall and holiday season. So one of the last things I've added to the collection, and I put this in for a reason, this is the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked from Hourglass. I bought 2 of these last year. I bought the pink one and this, and I know these are out again. Hourglass does this every year. My advice on something like this is, if you think you're gonna get a lot of use out of it, if you'll use it year round, perfect. If not, these are extremely expensive. And I'm someone who loves Hourglass ambient lighting powders, and I don't even pull for this that much. But I wanna get more use out of my collection, and once I was starting to go through everything and figure out what I wanted to use for the months of October, November, and December, this guy kind of called to me because I know a lot of people tend to get their eye on it, pick it up, wanna play with it during this time of year, so I thought I would join as well. But other than that, nothing is really changing. I have the same foundations, the same concealer, same brow products. I'm not changing out bronzers. I'm not changing out blushes. I'm not changing out highlighters. The only thing that are really changing are lips, glitter, and maybe a couple different eyeshadow palettes. But pared down from my existing $13,000 makeup collection, this is a small amount of makeup. And like I said, it might just be fun together to hang out and see how many looks we can come out with. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really just wanted to throw something together, talk about the capsule collection, talk about fall makeup trends, talk about fall makeup products that tend to come out. This stuff is coming out anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I might be talking about this, but we're seeing it anyway. And all of this stuff I've had for a while. It just kind of goes to show you that the more things change, the more they stay the same. If you guys have more questions about the capsule collection and want to kind of hang out, learn more about it, share your capsule collection, all that good stuff, definitely come make sure you hang out with me in the Facebook group. It is linked down below. Also, thank you to the patrons. You know I love you. October content just went up. This month we will have another giveaway, an extra piece of content on Patreon, and the next episode of the War Paint podcast, which is launching everywhere in November, also will be available on Patreon first to the patrons. If you guys are feeling squirrely, definitely go hang out with me there. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you check the down bar for links to all my social media platforms, and I will catch you in the next one.